Now, Mike Bako, he's the sports editor of DailyNational.com, and Crystal Howard, public relations consultant for sports and entertainment. Thank you both for being here. Your reaction, Mike, first when you heard about what Rice was doing.
What Rice was doing in terms of the tape, I think, is the only thing that he can do. And unfortunately, of all the people that you want to have sympathy for, it's certainly not Ray Rice, but it's for his cause. Roger Goodell did an awful job of either doing research on this tape or knowing about the tape and meting out this suspension. And now it's going to come back to haunt him because I think the NFLPA and Ray Rice have a pretty good case. All
right, Crystal, you're a public relations expert, so let's get your take on this.
I think Mike is right. Yeah. He has to appeal just on principle alone. I think that if his evidence goes further than just whether or not they edited the tape, if there are other pieces of the pie that they can bring forth in regard to who knew what when.
Yeah. But to be reinstated to get all your wages, that's $3.5 million in salary from 2014. Is that possible?
I think it's possible, but I don't think it's plausible for him to actually return to the field this year. I think if he is reinstated, it'll be a matter of, okay, you can come back next year and try out with whichever teams are interested in you. But I don't think that, in all fairness, that it should be this year.
Well, you can. The situation that he's probably looking at is what's happening with Greg Hardy, what's happening with Adrian Peterson, going on this exempt list where they are not playing, but they're
still getting their money.
They're still getting their money. Yeah. And there really is no reason, again, not to be sympathetic towards him, where he shouldn't be in that same boat.
Well, the linchpin really is this edited tape. They're saying that it was edited by the TMZ. That was back in September 8th. 8 hours later, he was let go and, basically indefinitely suspended off the field. So that's really the issue right here. And, of course, there's going to be an investigation going on by the FBI as well. Let's talk about Steve Bisciotti and the press conference he had yesterday. Let's roll tape, and then I want to get your reaction to what he had to say.
The majority of the sources are people that work for Ray. Almost everything in there is anonymous, but it's clear from the subject matter that it's Ray's attorney, it's Ray's agent, and it's Ray's friends. And, they are building a case for reinstatement. And the best way to build a case for reinstatement is to make everybody else look like they're lying.
So let's get a reaction to that. What do you think?
I think he is doing the party line of the NFL. He's saying that the statements are made to be lying, but he's also not refuting a lot of the statements made by a two-time Pulitzer Prize winning writer from ESPN, who's also come out and discredited a lot of the things that Bisciotti's said in terms of that it's not just Ray's people. It's not just people that have Ray's interests at heart. There were sources from the Ravens that were not on the record, but that he received information from. So this is Bisciotti trying to
I just don't understand how he can say that he saw the tape, that he had a conversation, but he never asked to see what happened entirely and was able to make a decision based on just one piece of the information. I just don't get it when you're that high up. Go ahead.
You don't. You don't leave it in the hands of your head of security. And if the head of security was told how horrible it was, then he's at fault. Somebody is messing up.
And you can't just fall back on we didn't get it right. This must have been a masterful class in corporate communications, because we heard it from the NFL, because we heard it from the Vikings press conference, we heard it from Goodell's farce of a press conference on Friday, and we heard it from Bisciotti.
Let's go back to Goodell and that press conference on Friday and what happened over the what did you think about that? Was it enough?
It was not enough. There was no there. He went out very dispassionately, reading from a statement, diverting from questions that reporters were asking, and he really didn't give any meat or substance.
What would Pete Rozelle say?
He's got to go.
I mean, it's not even so much what Pete Rozelle would say.
I just think
it's what Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, would say. You saw how quickly he acted in the springtime with Donald Sterling and a lot of the other situations that the NBA was going through. He acted swiftly. He acted quickly. He acted rightly. So in a matter of about 4 months, they got rid of a racist owner, brought in Steve Ballmer, who will probably infuse the league with even more money than they've ever seen. And now the NBA can go on to what's going on on the court.
Do you think Rice should be given a second chance, Crystal?
Absolutely. I think everybody deserves a second chance.
Mike?
I wouldn't use the word second chance. I would say that he should not be suspended for the entire year. I wouldn't want him on my team.
All right. Thank you very much. Of course, we'll continue to follow this. And also, of course, now the NBA coming out with its own policies as a result of what happened with Ray Rice. Crystal, Mike, thank you. Always a pleasure hashing this out. For more information